Welcome to another edition of Unqualified Uprising. I'm your host, Mike, and tonight we are going to learn about Assassin's Creed Shadows. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Assassin's Creed brand and a little bit of what's going on and a little bit about the issues. Adam is already up to speed with the situation. Producer Adam, hello, how are you?
Hey.
This is going to be a heavy Adam episode.
Oh, no.
Because unlike it's Joe and Tom. Hello, Joe. Hello, Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom.
Joe and Tom Joe's an inexperienced gamer. Tom is a non-existent gamer. But I'm going to weave their personalities into this tale I'm going to tell you. It's a tale of ancient times, a tale of deception. Nothing is real. Everything is permitted. And when I mean everything is permitted. So you two have no idea what I'm talking about. That is a catchphrase from the games Assassin's Creed. There's been many of them. The first one, you were a Muslim. Your name was Altair Day Musad Muhammad. Do you have the list up, Adam?
Yeah.
What is the first name of the first protagonist of Assassin's Creed 1?
It's
Assassin's Creed, not Assassin's Creed.
Altair Ibn Ahad.
Yeah, that was
Something
great.
like that.
That was
I don't
great.
know.
Say it one more time louder with more punctuation.
Altair and then some other words.
Some other words? Okay.
Yeah.
And he was a Muslim, 100%. And you went and you fought. The main premise of the game is you are an assassin. I'm sure you two know what an assassin is. You go around and you kill people. That's pretty much what you need to do. You wear like a white robe and you have a hidden blade that comes out of your hand. You got to cut off your finger to join these fucking people. You got to be like Ronnie Lott and cut off your finger so you can get to the playoffs. Yeah. And when you cut off your finger, now you get this hidden blade. So you go up and it looks like you're putting your hand on somebody and you're really knifing them through the fucking back. It's pretty cool. It came out in 2007 for the Xbox 360.
It looks like a bloody game.
The first one actually was not that bloody. Not a lot of blood in the first one. So that was Altair, a Muslim. You went to Jerusalem. You went to other places that were around when Jerusalem was around. Damascus. I think Damascus was another, whatever. So the second one comes out. You're looking at your watch while I'm talking to you.
What happened was that someone was calling or texting me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was okay. The second one, Joe, you're gonna love this. You're an Italian guy. You're Ezio Altitude
Nunzio.
Altatore or some shit. Adam, what's the second game's protagonist name?
Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Okay, so we got an Italian guy. Guess where that game takes place? Now, we had a Muslim in the Holy Land. We got an Italian. Guess what language he speaks? Italian, yeah. Yes. How'd you know that?
Because you were saying it.
Oh.
I never would have guessed.
Now, on that little article you have, Adam, does it say where each game is? Or does it just say the protagonist?
Protagonists.
Okay. The next game is Assassin's Creed. So we got Assassin's Creed 1, Assassin's Creed 2. We got a Muslim, and we got an Italian. Next game is Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's the Italian guy again. And there's a couple of women, and there's a black dude in there, and I think they're in Constantinople or Istanbul.
No, that's the third one.
No, the third one's in America,
No,
isn't it?
I mean the third one of the Ezio trilogy.
Oh, okay. So we're in some place
Revelations.
in Brotherhood. Who knows where we are? I obviously don't know, but I played that game. And in Revelations, you're in where?
Constantinople.
Okay. So you got a kind of a theme. This is a globe-trotting series. Are we picking this up, Tom, the non-gamer?
I'm doing my best.
Okay. Now, before every game starts, it's made by a French company named Ubisoft. So when you turn on the game, the credits start rolling, the opening credits, and it says Assassin's Creed is made by a company that has many different creeds and fucking different relationships and different ways of life and da-da-da-da. Nobody batted an eye at that.
That's why it's called Creed.
Yes, this is in 2007. This game is made by all different sorts of motherfuckers, whatever. Fuck you. Nobody cared. That's fine. Okay, so now we move to now we move to the actual third game in number, fourth game
Overall.
or fifth game overall. You're in America. You are during the Revolutionary War, and you're an American Indian. Your name is Connor, but your actual name is like fucking Chingachuk Nambadegda. Does it give you something?
Yeah, Ratana Caton.
Ratana Caton. So I was close with whatever name I just said.
Yeah, just about.
Just about. I know this is drawn out, but I got to take you on a journey to get you to the destination. The fourth one, you're a fucking pirate. You're a white guy, but you're like a kind of a Caribbean white guy. You're a very tan white guy, and you're a pirate. And you got all sorts of people. You got you're singing sea shanties. You got this guy and that guy, black dude, green dude, fucking whatever. You're a pirate. Very cool. Very awesome. After that, I think it was, and that guy's name was Edward Kenway, I think. Am I right?
Yep.
The next one was
Unity.
And in that one, I can't remember if your name is you're like Armand.
Arno,
blah, blah, blah. And guess what? You're in France, okay? During the French Revolution. Guess what you are? You're a French guy. I know it's a stretch. I know, Joe, it's a stretch. But you're a French guy, and you are taking part in influencing the French Revolution. Can you guys follow me? I know.
Sacre bleu.
I know. Merci beaucoup. Okay. So then it goes to, I think, Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Yep.
Is that the next one?
Yeah.
And you play as a guy and a girl. I didn't play it. Their character names are what?
Jacob and Evie Fry.
Jacob and Evie Fry. And you're in the London Underground. I think there's subways for some reason, right? There's trains. Aren't there trains in that game?
It's the Industrial Revolution.
It's the Industrial Revolution in England. Okay? Yeah. That's what you're taking part in. That's the historical event you're taking part in. So you're an English guy and an English woman. So what do you think they look like?
I would say the big teeth.
Listen, guys. Just give me some answers. This ain't a hard question.
All right, they have big teeth.
No. Thank you, Joe. Get closer to the microphone, but thank you. Yeah, give me some. Yeah, their undeniable characteristics are they're British, and it's like during the Industrial Revolution, so they're probably white British people. Okay, so the one after that I want to say was Odyssey.
Origins.
Okay, you're in Egypt. Got it? You're in Egypt. Guess what you are?
An Egyptian.
What? What?
Yeah, an Egyptian.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Who knows what color I am?
Wow!
Yeah.
Well,
No, you're
Joe,
black.
you know what an Egyptian? Yeah, but you know where Egypt is,
Yeah.
and you know what happens to be over Egypt like 27 hours a day, which would be the burning hot sun.
Yes.
So you know the Egyptians ain't a white guy.
No.
It's a tan brown guy. It's a brown guy.
Oh.
Okay?
Bronze.
It ain't a black guy. It ain't a white guy. It's in between. Okay?
Yeah.
So then it's Odyssey. The next game is Odyssey. Okay? You're in ancient Greece. You can play as one guy or one girl. You're in ancient Greece in Athens, mind you. What do you think the guy and the girl look like? Or what nationality do you think they are?
I think you're white. I think you're from Greece.
Jesus, fuck. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're right. Exactly. 100%. The next game, besides like the side scrollers, I don't really count those. They had a couple one. I think one was called Rogue and one was called Chronicles, whatever. The next one is Valhalla. Do you have any idea what Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Have you ever heard the word Valhalla before? Associated with anything or any groups of people? No? Tom?
No,
You haven't.
no. I don't believe I
Valhalla. On my way to Valhalla. You don't understand that
it's one of
phrase.
the movies.
I don't know if I've heard it. I mean, maybe I have.
We probably
I
have
don't know
heard
what
it.
it means or anything. No.
You guys know nothing about those guys that used to, show up in ships, and when you saw them coming, you were in trouble.
Like the pirates?
No.
Worse than pirates.
God.
The people that preceded the pirates.
Total savages.
Yeah, you're getting close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to guess?
You want to elaborate? One of you better fucking elaborate, or I'm going to go back in history and flunk you guys in ancient history.
Man, fuck.
Who are renowned as pretty much and don't you say it,
Uh-oh.
who is renowned as pretty much the baddest motherfuckers in history? At least some of them. The Spartans, right?
Yeah.
The 300 Spartans? Okay.
Fighting 300.
The Romans? Okay. There's one big one that you're missing. The Romans actually fought them. They kind of turned into. I ain't gonna give you any more hints. You should fucking know this.
Joe's looking at me for the
You
answer,
don't know
man.
who are some of the baddest motherfuckers in history.
US history than global history.
Oh, these people were probably the first people to America. So evidently your U.S. history is lacking.
The Native Americans.
You're not getting close with what you're saying, but the first word is definitely the. But Brock Lesnar would be comparable.
From England.
No, they came. If I tell you where they came from, it gives it away. You guys are missing a whole region of the fucking world for some reason. You both are smart guys, and you both know it 100%. Valhalla. That doesn't sound like a place where you would go when you die. Maybe many feasts. Think of
Sounds like Muslims to me, though.
No.
Think of people that
way
would be
off.
having a feast. Who would have a feast?
Irish. Yeah, I'm just telling you.
These are before. Here, I'll give you a hint. They're before the Irish.
Damn.
Oh, you listen.
gonna tell
No, I'm not going to tell you. We are going to continue this podcast about Assassin's Creed until you fucking guess.
Day 3.
Yeah. Let's see. Do I
Gotta
see?
call out.
Do I see anything in my? Let's see. Is there anything here? Is there anything esque?
I don't think
Okay.
it's Star Wars related.
Okay, so name some of the baddest groups in history when it came to like fucking shit up. Go ahead, tell me some. You guys are smart guys. Give me one. One. Anything. Say something. The Germans in World War II. Good. Give me more.
Oh
Anything.
my god.
The Romans. Go back further in time. Further in time. Think more primitive.
Oh, well.
Alexander the Great.
No, that's
Before them.
Berserkers.
Wait a minute.
The Vikings.
Thank you. You
Oh,
giant
God.
idiots. Jesus.
I feel like a
fucking
moron.
Christ.
I
The
want-
Vikings. The Vikings.
I almost said
the
Minnesota,
Nords.
Minnesota's
The
team,
Surfs.
NFL team.
No. That would
Hey,
have gave it away.
Let me tell you, let's have a feast. Is it the Muslims? Yes, Tom. During Ramadan, they have many
And then
feasts.
he says, Joe says the Chinese.
Did Joe say the China? I know Tom said the Irish at some point. I know the Irish definitely stormed many beaches in their time.
Well, the Berserker came.
Yes, you guess. Relate it all back to wrestling.
It always goes back to wrestling and the gimmick that he was. Yes, he was
Yes.
a Viking. The Vikings.
Okay, so in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you play as a Viking. Describe this character to me without even seeing this game or knowing this game at all. What do you think this male character looks like? If I told you he's a Viking, what does he look like? Any of you, let's go. Hurry up.
He looks very rough and he looks ready to go.
Okay, give me some
Yeah,
characteristics of this guy.
The guy with a hat with the horns on it.
There you. Anything else? Stop describing the
probably-
wrestler.
I'm just doing the same. Probably wearing skins
Is he a
for
small?
clothes.
Is it a small man?
No, huge. Neanderthal looking.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are pretty intelligent.
I thought I was
have-
10
I
minutes
have
ago.
I have deemed both you guys intelligent. Okay.
Thank goodness.
So that was the last game Well, actually, there was one more game called Assassin's Creed Mirage that was originally supposed to be downloadable content for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but they stretched it out.
All right, so what does that mean, the Valhalla?
Just shut up.
I have a question. Sorry.
Valhalla?
Yeah, I wonder what that means. I know that's what they used to shout. You're
Yeah,
saying
it's their
it was just a
Norse
battle cry.
their heaven.
mythology.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
it's where they go when they die,
Okay, gotcha.
where they can battle eternally and die indefinitely
I've
over
heard-
and over again.
I've heard similar expressions. I don't want to say.
So in Assassin's Creed Mirage, you're a Muslim in doing Muslim stuff in a Muslim place. So one of you two, tell me what kind of person you're playing as. Anybody.
A Muslim.
A Muslim. Oh my God. Mensa members, I'm sending out your fucking letters tonight.
Oh, good.
Okay. God. So after that long, drawn out intro,
Vikings.
we Vikings, yes. We come to today and present time. Another Assassin's Creed game is on the horizon, gentlemen. Okay? Many times are popular. Many time periods are popular with gamers. The Wild West is very popular with gamers. Inner city, either Los Angeles, Chicago, the whole state of California, which is going to be Grand Theft Auto 6, or what is it called in Grand Theft Auto? It's not California. What is it? San Andreas?
Yeah,
Or
something
Los
like that.
Santos? Los Santos. It's a whole fictitious city where you can run around in. People like open world games. People like that shit. In Grand Theft Auto Online, you can create your own character. You can be a black guy, a blue guy, a fat girl who wears a cowboy hat. It don't matter. You can do whatever you want. So, a popular time period used for video games is feudal Japan. Do you follow me over there,
Yes.
Tom? Feudal Japan. Japan, Joe. You know where Japan is?
Yes.
Okay. Japan is Japan. They're famous for what, Joe? Anything? Or what are? Give me some monikers, or give me some characteristics of the Japanese people. It doesn't. I'm not saying stereotypes, but the
all we got.
Japanese society is known for what?
Really good quality engineering.
Oh,
They
see,
make really nice cars.
Okay, this is.
I got it. Karate.
no. Listen, that's extremely racist, Tom.
What?
You're going to get us canceled. Karate is Chinese, I believe, isn't it?
Japanese.
Is it?
For
Dr.
Samurai-
Roboto.
World War II.
They're known
Oh
for
my-
World War II.
You're gonna get us canceled
no,
too.
we are on cancel. What are they gonna do? Come here and slap the microphones out of our
Technology.
hands? They can't
Yeah.
cancel us.
Just technology in general.
I'm leaning more towards they're known as a humble people. They're known as a very, very devout, traditional. There's a lot of
A
traditional,
lot of bowing and
bowing and pomp and circumstance, and a lot of so there's no homeless people in the cities in Japan because the government tells them every night they got to go sleep in these fucking little huts or whatever, these little coffins that they got in people's, like, they got apartments filled with pods and they got to sleep in there. So the homeless people are barely actually homeless. They're kind of homeless during the day. But the Japanese are a very proud people. Would you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You guys know they didn't stop World War II until we bombed the fuck out of them with two
Yes,
bombs that have never
yes.
been seen in this world before.
Yes.
Okay.
So a whole documentary on it.
Okay. If I was to ask you, we're in feudal Japan, okay? We are in feudal Japan. There's a lot of feudalism going on over on that hill,
Yeah.
and we can see it. These are some feudally motherfuckers, okay? And in this game, where the whole premise of this game is to blend in, assassinate, Dip away in the shadows. Throw smoke bombs. Get away from people in a stealthy, sneaky, mystical way. Okay? So you two not playing these games. What's the object of the games I'm talking about? Just checking if you're paying attention.
Yeah, you go through. I mean, I've seen I've seen footage and stuff. You go through and you try to kill as many people as possible. And you're
That's
looking
pretty
for-
self-explanatory, Joe. Good job.
You're looking for points of interest for the people with the games.
And you kill.
Kill. You have to be stealthy.
Yes, so stealthy. I think I know where you're going with this, but we'll continue.
You might not.
Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't.
Type of games you have to worry about.
I have an idea of part of it anyway, or one concept. I have an idea of one concept. But
Yeah.
Vikings. All right.
So, there's a couple things I think about when someone tells me we're going to see a period piece from feudal Japan. And now, trust me, I don't know anything necessarily about feudal Japan. I barely have the concept of what the term feudalism means. I know it's a form of some kind of like oligarchy government or oligarchish government where there's one family in power, but it's like soft power, and the military people are the people that actually control the power. What the fuck ever. I know in Japan, there's nice flowers. I think there's Mount Fuji. I think there'll be a lot of people bowing. Japan happens to have an issue, the same issue that most Southeast Asian countries have. There's a lot of short people. Are we accepting of that stereotype that if we went to Japan right now, we would be probably some of the tallest people in the country?
I can accept that.
You can accept that.
Yes.
Okay.
Having not ever been there,
Having not ever been there.
but wanting to be there. That's
Now-
how I image it. My imagery of it is a lot of short people.
Now, give me okay, guys. So we're dumb. We're
Yeah.
four dumb guys.
You just anointed us as the most intelligent people there is.
I'm saying right now.
All right.
Let me
right now we
no,
know.
right now. Here's what we're gonna do, and you're gonna know. Just listen to me.
Relax
Just-
over there.
We're gonna go to Japan, and I'm gonna ask for a percentage number when I'm done with this statement. Us four are gonna go to Japan without masks and without guns, and somehow rob somebody, and we're gonna get it. We're gonna escape the scene, okay? But we're gonna stay in public, not near the scene, but we're gonna stay in public. What are the odds that they would find us in a crowd of Asians? 0% meaning they wouldn't find us, and 100% meaning they would probably find us if it was 20 Japanese people standing next to us.
That's where I
So
thought.
are we gonna give me a number?
I'd say 90 something. Definitely a high number. If not 100.
And we're not assassins, right?
No.
Are you sure? You guys aren't like
I've never-
closet CIA
no,
agents,
no.
are you? Okay.
I would tell you, but I'd have to ask.
So we're in feudal Japan. Okay? How bad, Joe, me, Tom, and Adam, how bad are we going to stick out in feudal Japan? Adam, do you have any information of feudal Japan? Can you give me a time frame? It's
Sure.
okay. It's probably like the 600s. Who the fuck knows? It's a long fucking time ago.
It reminds me of thinking about like all the inventions and stuff and how like 200 years ago
Yes.
they didn't even have electricity, but humans lived through that
Yes.
for so many years.
Yeah, they also ate dirt.
So
Yum.
they figured
Are you
out,
ready?
They did figure
Yes,
out
I'm ready.
some form of plumbing.
I'm ready.
From 1185 to 1603
Is that AD or BC?
AD.
Okay. So we have a time machine, and we go back to feudal Japan, dressed just like we are now. No, in fact, we can have ancient Chinese garb on. That's fine.
Okay.
And we go around and we walk around the streets. Do you think anyone's going to see us and wonder what we are?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. You think we're going to get identified, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So if your job was to be an assassin, if that was your job, your creed per se, it was more of a belief, not necessarily a job. If you're going to be an assassin who cannot be caught by, if you get caught, you are dead. So if you're an assassin, what is the most important thing at all times on your mind? What cannot happen to you?
You can't get caught.
Correct. Good job, Joe. You get a star.
Oh, good.
You cannot get caught.
You got to try to blend in.
Okay. So in this AAA game that comes out in March, I think, March 20th maybe?
March 20th.
March 20th. We're talking hundreds of millions. We are talking more than the cost of Hunt for Red October, one of my favorite movies. It cost, I think, $230 million to make this game. This supposedly historical, accurate game set in feudal Japan. Japan practiced isolationism. We all know the term. We might not know the world. They did the same thing in China. They didn't let motherfuckers in. In Japan, probably in that time, 98% of the country, if not more, was Japanese. Are we okay with that statement?
Yeah.
Or some variation of Japanese? There weren't a bunch of white guys running around there going California dreaming, right? Okay.
Not too many guys that look like us.
Okay. So if you're an assassin and you're set in feudal Japan and your job is to assassinate feudal Japanese people and you're part of some fucking creed or organization that's been around since the dawn of fucking time, going around killing somebody and staying in the shadows. This game is even named Shadows. And you're in feudal Japan with a bunch of short Japanese skinny people. Because one thing I know, Japanese are sumo, right?
Yes. Well,
the ones that are sumo wrestlers are kind of large, right?
They're the big ones. They're usually
That's not the majority of the Japanese culture, correct?
No,
are we
not.
okay with saying that?
Those are their athletes.
These people eat fucking rice and sushi. We're okay with all these terms, right? Okay.
So far.
So, of course, the main character of this game, his name is Yasuke. Sounds kind of Japanesey. Okay, good.
I can
That's
accept
good.
that.
Does anybody want to guess? Can somebody describe this guy to me?
He's a big black guy.
He's a big fucking black guy.
No,
He's a
Japanese.
big black guy. He's a 6'3.5" fucking ripped black guy.
Who would be very noticeable in a crowd of Japanese.
I don't think very noticeable is the fucking word. I think, oh my God, he's standing right there is the fucking word.
Even if he did nothing wrong,
Even
he'd
if
be
he
like,
just
look at
was
that guy.
standing there.
Look at that guy.
So, I want you, without knowing anything, describe to me the one person that designed this character. Because there's one person that's responsible. There was a team behind this person, but can you give me, tell me the sex of this person that designed a black character for feudal Japan.
A female.
Yes. Tell me what color her hair is.
Green.
Close. Give me an...
Blue.
Yes.
Did she identify as a female, or is it just...
I mean,
I don't know what her pronouns were, but she definitely had them.
We shouldn't assume their gender.
Oh, no, but you can assume her weight. Over 200 pounds. Over 300 pounds. Probably
Weighs more than us.
She was a heavy hitter. No one was assassinating her diet. Or no one was assassinating her hunger.
I'm sure she would have blended in.
So, it gets better. It gets better. Believe it or not. Not only is there a 6'3.5", 245-pound black samurai running around, he wasn't even a samurai. I know I said it. It's got to the point where this fucking company or one of their shills went on Wikipedia and rewrote the history of ancient feudal Japan to include some black dude who was basically a sword bearer, who was basically the emperor's property. They rewrote him as a samurai so they could say black people were samurais. It got so bad that somebody on YouTube had to pull out the ancient Japanese scrolls to show that this guy was not a samurai. And the goddamn company still stuck to their guns and said, this is all about, empowering and blah, 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 DEI, blah, 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 blah. So these people are first level thinkers. And I will tell you why. And you guys are going to be mortified when you actually really think about it. So, in this game, you don't only kill people, you beat the shit out of people. Okay? You run around the streets and you beat the fuck out of people. So, with the information you know now, what's the race of the assassin? Tom?
African. Black.
What's the race of the people he's going to be assassinating and beating up throughout the city?
Joe?
Anybody.
I'll say white people.
No, you'd be an idiot if you said white people.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Correct.
What do you say?
Japanese people.
Of course, okay.
So,
I thought it was too obvious.
Ubisoft, the French company, basically made a hate crime simulator. So I can go around all day as a big black dude and beat the shit out of a bunch of lonely fucking Japanese people. Cut their heads off, just go around kicking the shit out of them. And when the Japanese feudal police come to get me, I'll just hide in a crowd of Japanese people. They'll never find me. They'll never fucking find me.
Yeah, and they also, in addition to that, they did a lot of other stupid things.
Yes, because I told you to do a little research.
Yeah. They also have it set up now where when you're looking at the map, you can't find the points of interest unless you're in character mode. So you're going to have to go into character mode to find the points of interest in the background because they're not on the map. It just makes no sense, some of the stuff.
Look at Joe breaking out the gameplay twitches. No, I'm talking about how a prime AAA game is a black dude beating up Asians. And
There's that. Well, there's that too. That's the more important.
There's no other... It's known throughout history. Japanese culture, or the island of Japan, the island, water. The island of Japan has been isolated for many years. Yeah. It's not like Cleveland. There's a lot of different people in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Over in Japan, there's a majority of Japanese. Even to this day, it's like 85% Japanese. This country ain't 85% pilgrim.
No.
So this company effectively, a big fat white woman, said, you know what would be cool in feudal Japan? To have this fucking guy go around and beat the shit out of people, because I think that's right. And then if you don't like it, you're a racist. And then you want to know what they did? When they previewed the game, when they showed it to everybody, guess what they did? In feudal Japan in history, man. We don't know a lot about music. Well, I know a lot about music, so does Tom, but we don't know a lot about feudal Japanese music. But I'm assuming there might be a harp, a flute, I don't know, a fucking mandolin. I don't know. But I can tell you what it won't be in feudal Japan.
Rap music?
It won't be Jay-Z and Kanye West rapping over the preview of Assassin's Creed Hate Crime Simulator, starring fake fucking samurai Yasuke. And it's not that Yasuke didn't exist. He did. But they're glorifying a piece of history that they've abstracted into a narrative that doesn't exist. And after that goddamn long-winded, that was the intro. That was the intro.
Yeah.
It brings us to DEI, which is what, Joe?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
What do you know about DEI?
I know that they got all these people that are working for all these woke companies across the country.
Give me some woke companies.
Let's see.
And Tom, feel free to chime in over there, and Adam as well. 'Cause we can say Bud Light.
Bud Light.
How did Bud Light? How did they go? How'd they work out? How'd it work out with that boy girl? Pretty good.
No.
Sales good?
No.
Oh, okay.
Huh.
It's still not. It never recovered.
Huh?
One of the sneaker companies. It might have been Nike.
Nike?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's racist. Come buy our shoes
Yeah,
that are made by 13-year-old Chinese. They work 90 hours a day.
I sat through a whole class on DEI at work. So I'm not saying that the company I work for is woke. I don't necessarily think they are. But they had that type of seminar for us all to sit through. And we're all better for it. Not necessarily.
That shit, and I'm not going to say it's a cancer because I don't compare things to cancer because DEI isn't necessarily rotting your body from inside and going to kill you. But DEI is probably the worst thing that's happened to this country since fucking, I don't know, affirmative action.
Yeah.
Like this affirmative actions, when affirmative action was created, it was created for a noble cause. It got misconstrued into it basically breeds racism no matter what you do because shit, as soon as the fucking Chinese people started coming, the white people and the black people started not getting hired. And now the white people, the black people, and the Chinese people are getting not hired for the Indians. So it's cyclical. You know what I mean? It's not like, I know they always say what diversity of thought is a phenomenal thing. Equity or equality of thought, right? I can't. Equity is the bad one. Equality is the good one, right? I can't remember what.
Equity means that everybody should be the same, like have the same money. And all that.
No.
Equality means that
We're all equal under the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that is fine. There's nothing wrong with. Nobody is any less of a person than me. Woman, man. Listen, they ragged on that guy, Pete fucking Hedge Clippers or whatever his fucking name was, because he said he didn't want women on the front lines of battle. I'm gonna go out wild. I'm gonna go on a wild fucking rant right here, and I'm gonna speak for everyone at Unqualified Uprising. I don't want the fucking chicks out front either. No offense. Can I please have the biggest, meanest, scariest looking motherfuckers on the front lines bombing whatever innocent country we're fucking invading? And you know what? Guess what? If there's a 6'5", 300-pound woman with muscles as big as my head, with a grenade launcher in one hand and an American flag in the other, send that fucking broad out there. But I don't want a bunch of 5'1", 110-pound women out there fucking shooting at the Taliban.
Like
That's stupid.
Like our Secret Service.
We
We won't go into it, but we had this conversation.
No, we can go into it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not everyone is for every job. I'm sorry. Guess what? I'm a heterosexual male. I don't want to work on a fucking oil rig. I'm sorry. But I think everybody should be allowed to work on an oil rig. But the oil rig shouldn't need to lower its standards to hire a woman or to hire a Chinese, lesbian, indigenous frog.
Unless they are the best for the job.
When it comes to this wokeness, though,
Go ahead. Speak to me, Joe. Tell me.
it's been around for so long.
Not like this.
No, but like I've seen it creep in, like even like in the early 2000s. Because I remember at school they had a speaker come in and talk about affirmative action.
Well, that's.
And there were a couple of.
Don't forget, it was started. Like I said, it was started.
Good intentions.
It had very good intentions. Same as Section 8. Same as CPS. These things are all started for good reason. Same as the fucking throughway. But the throughway supposedly is supposed to be fucking paid for 10 years, 15, 20 years ago. But anyways, continue on. The woke DEI shit you were saying.
They were also talking about the women in college, that they weren't good leaders, and that was
Well,
back in 2006.
that's debatable.
Yeah. And but there were a couple of people that got canceled, college presidents.
Yeah.
that got booted because they said that the women didn't understand math and science.
Hey, look at them dumb chicks over there. They don't know math or science.
It's just I guess what it is the one that got canned from Rutgers actually said it in a wrong way. I mean, you could say that it's more like you could say that for the
Put
men,
that microphone
English
by
is
your
more of a
face. Is
challenge.
that picking anything up?
But you know what I mean?
Don't try to explain yourself because they're gonna tear you apart.
Yeah.
This is what I meant. You can never say this is what I meant.
Yeah.
You see them broads over there? They're trying to add and calculate where the sun is. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Come on.
I didn't mean it.
First of all, I think what he meant to say was, or actually was, there's not enough women going into STEM-related studies, science, technology, math, and electronic, or whatever the E is. I think the E is electronics. I can't remember what it is, but there's more. Tim Pool says it perfectly. Women go into fucking social program. Men go into fucking industrial or manual fucking bullshit. I'll bring you 10 women and give 10 women the option of staying home and cooking or working on the oil rig. Men, we don't necessarily get that option. If Tom goes, Mike, I was really going to come over and podcast today, but you know what? I'm just going to start a bubble bath and I'm just going to lay down and maybe I'll call you later. You better pick up because I'm really going to want to talk. I'm going to be like, oh, well, okay. That sounds more something about like your wife would do, but okay, I'm not going to think any less of Tom. Now, if we're on the battlefield and Tom calls me and says, hey, listen, you know, I was going to go to war, but and I got to make Tomina. It's Tomina. It's me and Tomina because Tom's a woman now. Uh-oh. And the battle's coming. And I say, Tom, we got to go. And he's like, listen, I had a real bad night last night. I'm hangry and I got my period. I'm not going. What am I going to do? Do I have to tell the Taliban they got to wait a couple days? Like, what am I doing?
We're not ready.
We're not ready.
Time out.
Wait. We got to wait. You know, I don't want women in combat. I don't know how to say it anymore. I don't want women in combat. There's no reason to have women in combat. I don't want them. I don't want them shooting guns. I don't want them shooting at the enemy. I don't want them in a tank. I don't want them anywhere near the front lines because, I mean, if we really, really, really want to get primal, we need them. We can't make any more of us without them.
Exactly.
So put them on the back on the fucking water truck and tell them to shut up. I don't understand why girls want to go to war. I don't understand why a gay, trans, fucking aborigine needs to work at Fox. They need to. It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, the women are so important that they would evacuate them from a sinking ship before the men.
You know what?
I mean, that's what
we should take that back.
They,
Instead of women and children, it should be guys. Guys first. Guys first.
On the Titanic, it should have been men first because the men had the skills to survive.
Oh, you're sexist. You're sexist. You know what?
I made an argument before.
You're a colonist, and you're probably, you know what? You're probably racist and a homophobe, and you know what?
And misogynist.
And I guarantee you had something to do with January 6th.
Ouch.
That's what happens. That's what they say. I might as well just say that. I don't. And you only listen. I really don't I don't want women on the front lines. You remember what happened to Ashley Babbitt? She was on the front lines of January 6th. And she got shot and she died.
Yeah.
I don't want. I don't. Do you want girls in combat?
No.
Are you saying it because you're a misogynistic get in there and make me a sandwich?
No.
Well, the women in the the volunteer women in the military in the 40s.
The ones that they're all ones that
they were the ones
volunteer.
They were the ones that sorted the mail and did the sewing. I hate to say it, but that's what they did.
But
they were valuable.
But the thing about it is, though, if you volunteer and you want to be in the military and you happen to be a woman, that's one of the things you're signing up for. So if you're not going to go to combat, then don't volunteer to be in the military. But that's because that's
Some-
one of the
some
things you're kind
men-
of
I
signing up
understand.
for.
Listen,
Men have chickened out. Like when it comes like, okay, we got to go to war now.
men are
They-
barely
that-
men.
And then they quit. Oh, I didn't know this was going to happen.
Men are barely men. Let's.
I didn't know I could possibly die.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here, okay, boys. Are we the most intimidating men?
I don't think so.
Probably.
The answer would be no. By no
Probably
means.
not.
By no means.
I also don't
Hey,
think
let
we
me
are
think
like the
about it
young
for a minute.
generation either.
My question would be, is if we
a-
had weapons and the enemy is a coming, I think everybody here in their own fucking way. I don't think anybody's running for the hills. I think we're standing and fighting. I'm not saying women are not brave. Women are to shoot one of them things out of your fucking vagina. You're very brave.
Yes.
You're very, very, very brave.
I
and
couldn't do
stunning.
that.
I
couldn't do
don't
it.
want to do that. I
Yeah.
don't ever want to do that. But you shouldn't be 135 pounds carrying 120 pounds of gear plus your fucking weapon plus your canteen and be responsible for me. How are you going to be? It's dumb. It's dumb to have women in combat. They should be only allowed to do support staff. They can patch up people. They can bring us water. They can bring us food. They can bring us gasoline. They can do everything except get shot at. I don't. Do I sound? I don't.
I
even,
think to other women you might sound that
I
way.
can't believe that. Like, what is your argument? How dare him? How dare him not want me to die?
That's the argument. That's the argument.
That's the argument?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything needs
You're
to be
a
equal?
misogynistic pig.
I'm a misogynistic pig because I don't want you to die in a desert 4,000 miles away from your home.
And I want my best chance to survive myself.
I
and
do.
that's with a 6'8" guy standing in front of me.
I do.
Yes.
If I could have fucking Rob first assistant as the guy walking next to me with the gun, I'm going to be very happy, as opposed from June from HR. So let's be honest. You know these
Undoubtedly.
people.
I
Yeah, you
what
know
you're
these
talking
people.
about. I know you're talking about.
Fucking Little Ashley. Little Ashley's a great person, okay? Our friend Little Ashley, she's 4 foot fucking something. Her husband's fucking 6'3". No offense, Little Ashley, but I want hubby next to me in the Humvee. Maybe she's a crack shot. Who knows? My wife's a good shot. Who the fuck knows? And my wife's a taller fucking woman. But no offense, I don't want my wife launching fucking mortars at the Taliban. I don't want it. I don't think DEI is necessary at all. Meritocracy needs to be the law of the fucking land, period. DEI is a joke. And I know we got off onto a tangent, but it's about to close a $1 billion company. They've lost 85% of their market share. This Assassin's Creed nonsense. Ubisoft. 85% their stock has gone down since their last game. Star Wars fucking Outlaws starred a girl who was a Han Solo man. They called her Ma'am Solo. She had a Tom Brady chin, flat-chested, looked like a man. Nobody wanted to play as this fucking he-she non-binary fucking loser. Yeah. And there was listen, I know you guys aren't gamers, but there's a certain phrase that gamers use. It's called polish. When a game comes out and it's not all fucked up, it seems like it's finished. If you press start and the controls work, everything's great. That game has polish. I'm just about to start Metal Gear Solid 5 from Konami by Hideo Kojima, or whatever his fucking name is. Hideo Kojima. One of the most polished games that's ever been fucking released. And you play as like a super fucking soldier. And there's a whole bunch of just black dudes, white dudes, green dudes. You're in fucking Afghanistan. Everything's awesome. So you take that game. That game costs like $140 million. You take Assassin's Creed Shadows, that's coming out in a couple months, and you take feudal Japan and you kind of just you position yourself over it with your butt cheeks and your Ubisoft, and you poop all over feudal Japan. Send the black dude in there, send DEI in there, and now they're tucking tail and running. Because I'm not saying it's because of this podcast. I mean, we all know it's because of this podcast. But they have taken, Joe, you actually saw this. They took the screenshot of the game, had the black dude front and center. Now they take the screenshot to the game and push him in the back. And there's like a fat Japanese guy in front and a little short Japanese girl. They're trying to push him in the background. There's rumors that they might have even taken him out of the game because of outcries from the Japanese.
That makes sense, though.
They also left like Terry gates in.
Yeah.
These gates that were like, what's that word? Synonymous with World War II and the bombings of Nagasaki.
Yeah.
They put that in the game in feudal Japan. Yeah.
That makes
Yes.
sense. Feudal Japan's what, 1,000 years ago?
Yes, and let me tell you, if there's one thing I know about the Japanese culture, they are definitely accepting of other races and nationalities. They love everybody. Because guess what? They fucking hate everybody. The Japanese don't like fucking nobody. They don't like Japanese people that moved to China. They don't like anybody. They barely like us. And now they don't like France. Because France, this company is run by a bunch of French assholes, one family, the Beaumont family, very predominant family in France. So this, if we're going to break it down into we're going to be primal about this.
I heard the game's very glitchy, too.
It will be. They always are. Since Origins, they've been kind of fucked up. I used to play Valhalla, and the guy's face would disappear, and it'd just be fucking eyes. Like, what the fuck? Or you'd be riding your horse or riding your boat, and you just randomly fall off your boat. It's stupid shit. And then you would raid villages, and you would accidentally raid the same village you just raided like 2 minutes ago because the map was fucked up. So you'd run up on beach, and everybody'd be dead, and everything would be burned down. So you'd run up on the beach and then immediately turn around and run back to the boat. It was very demoralizing. But we're going to get very primal. A rich, snooty family in France decided to make a game about a dude in Japan and put a black dude in it to beat up a bunch of Japanese people. Yes. Sounds like a moneymaker to me. Jesus. And that has been our Assassin's Creed Shadows talk. I'm very disappointed. Dude, if they put an Assassin's Creed in Africa and put the blackest fucking guy in the world, everybody would be playing it. I don't think Ubisoft as a company understands it's where the game takes place.
Yeah.
If the game takes place in Argentina, I want an Argentinian.
Yeah,
if the game takes place in France, I want a French person. If the game took place in Africa, I would prefer an African person. I would love to run around fucking Africa in a video game. I did it in Uncharted 4. It was awesome. But no, they robbed me of that. So now instead, maybe when they release Assassin's Creed Zimbabwe, maybe I'll play as a fat, white, Jewish woman. I can't fucking wait.
If they're not bankrupt by then.
They're probably going to sell. I can't wait. Ugh. Adam, thank you for your producing capabilities. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Tom, thank you for chiming in on a topic you know nothing about. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Joe, thank you for doing your research today and knowing a little bit of what I'm talking about.
You're welcome. Thanks.
And fuck you, Ubisoft. I wish you nothing but bad luck, and please sell Far Cry because I want to play it for another company. This has been Mike for Unqualified Uprising. Bye for now.